Last episode, you rewound the agent, interrupt, a branch, two timelines from one checkpoint. This one stays on a single line, but the model keeps getting it wrong. A node fails validation twice, a retry edge sends it back, and on the third try, it lands. By the end, you will count exactly how many times each node ran, and call that a metric, not a confession. Here is the graph. One model node, one validator. A normal edge runs the model, then the validator checks its output. If the output is valid, you go to stop. If not, a conditional edge loops you straight back into the model node. Same node again. Watch the script play out. First model turn, a malformed answer. Validation fails, red. The retry edge fires, we re-enter the model. Second turn, still malformed, fail again, red. Third turn, clean. Validation passes, green, stop. Each time an edge lands on a node, that's one traversal. The model node was entered 3 times. The validator ran 3 times. The retry edge fired twice. We don't average these away or swallow them. Every re-entry is recorded in the trace as it happens. So the retry count isn't an embarrassment to bury in a log nobody reads. It's a number you put on the chart. This step took 3 tries. An honest agent surfaces that. A magic demo pretends it always works the first time. Open agentkit.py and the program. We build a state graph with 2 nodes, model and validate, a scripted LLM whose first 2 turns are deliberately malformed, and a conditional edge from validate that routes back to model or onward to end. The model node pulls the next scripted turn and writes it into state, logging a model traversal to the trace. The validate node checks whether the answer passes as a number, logging a validate traversal and the pass or fail. The router is the whole trick. If valid, return done. If not, and we're under the cap, return retry, which the edge map points back at model. That self loop is the retry, expressed as plain graph routing. Run it. The trace prints turn by turn. Model, validate fail, model, validate fail, model, validate pass, stop. You can read the 2 red lines and the 1 green line directly in the terminal. Now the counts. We ask the trace how many times each node was traversed. Model 3, validate 3. The retry edge fired twice, the gap between 3 runs and 1 success. Then reproduce runs the whole graph twice in process and asserts the 2 traces are byte identical. Assert identity checks the figure's headline number equals the terminal's count equals the printed headline. 3 runs, 1 recovery proven the same both times. The punchline, a retry is 1 more trip around a self loop, and counting those trips turns it failed twice into an honest metric you can chart. Next episode we stop looping 1 node and start nesting whole graphs, subgraphs under a supervisor, many agents, 1 graph.